Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the October 13th edition of Carolina Week.
He's been working hard since July, and now he's officially our new chancellor.
One local business is actually booming during the recession. We'll show you why.
In sports, another big win for the football team, but it came with a high price.
Weathercaster Katie Costa is here with your Carolina Week 4-day forecast.
All that and something to motivate college students to get up early on a Saturday. Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
Hello and welcome to the Monday edition of Carolina Week. I'm Bethany Tuggle.
And I'm Gervais Hagerty. Thanks for joining us. Well, UNC Chapel Hill is the oldest public university in the nation. In its 215 years, Carolina has had only 10 chancellors. The 10th, Holden Thorpe, officially took over at a special University Day installation ceremony on Sunday. Arlen Keck was there.
An estimated crowd of 2,700 people watched as University President Erskine Bowles introduced Dr. Holden Thorpe as the new chancellor. Thorpe then gave his inaugural address. He spoke of attracting and inspiring the best students, obtaining the greatest possible faculty, and the importance of community involvement.
We're the university of both and. Both academic prominence and a commitment to our state.
He also addressed environmental and safety issues UNC faces and gave a brief history of the university.
We admitted women and we integrated. James Taylor went to Abbey Road Studios and recorded Carolina in My Mind. Michael Jordan made the shot, and here we are.
University Day is celebrated annually and commemorates the laying of the cornerstone of the oldest building at UNC, which was the nation's first public university. Thorpe admitted to receiving some criticism since taking office in the form of a letter from his fourth grade teacher.
Dear Holden, she said, I'm happy and not surprised that you have become the chancellor. However, I haven't changed my mind about the fact that your handwriting could hold you back one day.
After Thorpe's speech, the South Building bell rang 10 times in honor of the 10th Chancellor of UNC. Then the crowd sang the alma mater. Thorpe took office on July 1st after former Chancellor James Measer stepped down. Thorpe is a graduate of UNC and served on the faculty since 1993. In Chapel Hill, I'm Lynn Keck, Carolina Week.
Thorpe is the youngest person to serve as chancellor at UNC Chapel Hill at age 44. He got his undergrad degree here in 1986 in chemistry.
Your One card is about to become a Wells Fargo card. The Federal Reserve approved Wells Fargo $12.2 billion takeover of Wachovia on Sunday. The Fed's unusual Sunday decision comes as a result of the Dow's worst week in its 112-year history. Wells Fargo representatives say the deal could take as little as 5 days, but it will probably take months before Wachovia account holders see major changes. We've seen plenty of changes in the past couple of weeks with bank bailouts and Wall Street woes. 8 out of 10 Americans say they're stressed about the economy, but at UNC that number seems closer to 30%.
Well, in the media, I hear all this stuff like the economy is messed up, like blah, like what, like I don't see how it's messed up really, like especially in my life.
See, like my parents tell me there's something going wrong with the economy, but like they tell me to not spend money.
I do care about it just because of the fact that it's affecting not just America, but the international community. I'm originally from Tanzania, and I know the effects of America's economy directly affects the people in Tanzania.
You know, I'm not like worried about the Great Depression happening again or anything. And it, you know, as a college student, you know, things seem, you know, it's not like buildings are crumbling.
My dad's got a lot of money invested that he can't take out right now, we need to buy another car. My brother just got his license. He can't take the money out of the stock market to buy it right now.
I don't really feel like I'm being affected that much by it, but I feel like if I was in the real world paying bills and things like that, I'd be highly pissed right now.
As far as me being a business major, I feel like I don't know as far as my opportunities, where my opportunities will lead. Should I still major in business or should I change my major?
Yeah, I don't know where this money's coming from, but apparently we just got more money to just give out. If they're giving out money, I want some.
You want some? Hey, can I get some, right?
Yo, Gov, can I get some money?
The government can feel free to send me a little cash too. Hey, we can call it the Carolina Week Bailout Plan, then we'll throw a big party like the AIG execs did.
Gas prices continue to drop, but North Carolina drivers still pay top dollars at the pump. Prices averaged $3.49 in Chapel Hill on Sunday, which is 20 cents above the national average. Officials say if store owners rapidly cut prices, customers would flood the stations, which would cause stores to run out of gas. One explanation for the high price: the North Carolina gas tax is between 45 cents and 50 cents per gallon. The high cost often leaves customers questioning the prices.
When the prices are only going up, I don't think we'll ever see gas prices go back to $1.95 ever again.
But there is at least one store in Raleigh selling gas for less than $3 a gallon, and people are lined up there every morning to try to save a buck or two.
Anytime we can save money, especially as poor college students, that's a good thing. Chris Neal shows us one place where we can find some help fighting the budget battle.
In the economy has had tremendous effects on many local businesses, but the PTA Thrift Shop has actually seen a spike in sales. Store manager Erica Austin knows why.
I have seen more people drawn to come in here because the economy is really bad and people are trying to save every little cent they can.
The thrift shop has an abundance of donated goods at affordable prices. In this time of widespread financial distress, customers are going to the thrift shop to purchase a variety of everyday goods.
This is the right spot for anything that you want, especially good clothing, high quality, good shoes, jewelry, bags, belts, accessories.
We try very hard to make sure that what we put out on our sales floor is of good quality. And so we're able to provide a service for people who may or may not be able to shop anywhere else.
Here at the PTA Thrift Shop, several bargains are on the shelves, such as this fine Lands' End suit for just $10. Think I might try it on. By offering quality goods at competitive prices, the thrift shop is lending a hand to the community in a time of need.
You can find some wonderful brand names of clothing here for $3 or $4 that if you go to someplace like Nordstrom, it costs a couple hundred.
A lot of people, it's really hard going to a regular retail store, so they know they could come here and get a good bargain.
And if we've ever needed good bargains, it's now. In Chapel Hill, I'm Chris Neal, Carolina Week.
All profits from the PTA Thrift Shop benefit local schools, and you can donate clothes and other goods at any of the PTA's 3 locations. The biggest celebration of the weekend was on the football field.
But coming up, we'll show you the bigger-than-life creatures that overtook one street in Hillsboro.
There's the whole week. There's the whole week. Hey, excuse me?
Excuse me, sir. Something wrong?
Yeah, there's something wrong. You want to get me some whole wheat? Oh, come on. Hey, hey, amigo. Hey, I asked you for whole wheat bread. This is not what I wanted. El Wheato.
Sorry for the confusion.
You know, that's the problem with these people. If you want to serve Americans, you got to learn to speak the language. You know what I'm saying?
No, sir. I don't. Enjoy your lunch.
Imagine the power of one voice. Click freedomcenter.org to find yours.
Raleigh-Durham International's Terminal 2 is just about ready to open. At an open house on Saturday, visitors got parking passes and free samples from each of the terminal's restaurants. The open house was a fun event for kids as they got to meet Curious George and weigh themselves at the baggage scale. The new terminal offers standard airport necessities such as bookstores and coffee shops, while adding new comforts like computer-friendly seating and USB outlets. The new terminal will expand RDU's international flights with post-9/11 security measures. Airport spokesman Andrew Sawyer says these changes make the airport one of a kind.
Well, we really want people to come away with a sense of pride in their airport and their region, knowing that this is going to become a signature aviation facility in the country. There's no other passenger terminal in the nation that's quite like this one.
The new terminal will feature an underground automated baggage system and more than 25 specialty retail shops and restaurants.
You might know that the Shag is the state dance of North Carolina, but did you know that UNC brought back the square dance this weekend? As the Newman Catholic Student Center Parish celebrated its 40th anniversary, its members learned how to square dance while enjoying family, laughter, food, and lots of yummy cake. UNC student Newman Center board member Sarah Gonzalez says the celebration was a blast.
Although I was just telling someone we should definitely do the square dancing. That should be a yearly thing because that was really fun.
Or weekly.
Yeah, or weekly. Stress reliever.
And then to her surprise, there was more dancing. They ended the night with another but more modern group dance, the Cupid Shuffle.
Crafty creatures are right at home in Hillsboro. Saturday, the town hosted the Creatures of the Eno Puppet Parade. Cranes, butterflies, and a host of other characters snaked through the streets as community members watched. Dozens of people marched in the parade sponsored by the Hillsboro Arts Council. Participants and onlookers alike felt the parade was a great way to spend a few hours.
We had a great time. It was wonderful. So much fun, and we're already planning what we're going to do next year.
When the parade was over, everyone gathered on the Burwell School lawn to continue the celebration. The purpose of the parade was to bring together the people of Hillsboro and to raise awareness of the Eno River.
And now we've got weathercaster Katie Costa with us.
Katie, fall break is right around the corner. Are these temperatures going to remain so hot?
Well, it looks like for the beginning of the break it's going to be hot, but relief is on the way. Your forecast is next.
Every year, mothers lose their babies to gun crimes. You'll always be your mother's baby. So before you commit a gun crime, think about who you'll leave behind. Gun crimes hit home.
Welcome back to Carolina Week. I'm weather forecaster Katie Costa. Well, today we saw a nice, warm and sunny day, and we will continue to see even more warm temperatures over the next few days. That's right, 80s are going to stick around at least until Thursday, and we will continue to see plenty of sunshine, and overall, we're going to be seeing a beautiful week for the most part. If we take a look at the U.S. satellite and radar, we see that the main weather system we are dealing with across the nation is this system right here in the Midwest. This is low pressure that is causing lots of heavy rain and thunderstorms, specifically over Kansas and Nebraska. There's also some rainfall occurring in northern New England area, especially over the state of Maine. Now, if we zoom into our region, to the southeast satellite and radar, we have a different story. There is not a bit of rain in sight. There's a few patchy clouds, but that's pretty much all. Now, you're probably wondering why that is. Well, if we zoom out to the current surface map, we see that there is high pressure over the Carolinas, and this is what is going to be keeping us very pleasant over the next few days. Now, however, we do have another weather maker right behind this high pressure. This is a cold front that is going to be moving in late Thursday evening into Friday morning, bringing us some rain chances and some cooler temperatures, so it will feel more like fall by Friday. Now, if we zoom out to the Atlantic satellite and radar, we see that there are two tropical depressions we are dealing with. The first is way out in the Atlantic Basin, Tropical Depression Nana. Now, it has 35-mile-per-hour sustained winds. It is not too much of a concern because it is expected to just track in the open waters over the next several days. Now, the second depression is south of Puerto Rico, however, and is expected to bring lots of heavy rain and storms to Puerto Rico over the next day or two. Now, whether you're planning on heading to State, Duke, or Chapel Hill tonight, it is going to get down into the low 50s, so it is going to feel pretty chilly out there, so be sure to have a jacket with you. Now, it is going to be mostly clear for the most part, though, so it will be overall a pleasant evening, so a great night to get out to go see a movie. Now, whether you're planning on being at State, Duke, or Chapel Hill tomorrow, we are going to see temperatures in the mid-80s. It is going to be very hot than what we've been seeing over the past few days. Sunny skies, so be sure to get outside and enjoy it while you can because it is going to be beautiful. Now, if we take a look at our 4-day forecast, we see that it is definitely going to be sunny over the next few days. Look at that, mid-80s. That is really unusual for this time of year, October, come on. But Friday, we will be seeing a 30% chance of rain and a drop down to 73, so it will feel more like fall on Friday. And lows will get down into the mid to upper 50s. So guys, I know it's fall, but it looks like we are going to be seeing summer-like weather over the next few days.
Oh gosh, Katie, I'm headed to the mountains for fall break, so maybe there will be cooler temperatures there.
Yeah, hopefully there will be some relief there.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Well, we all know Saturday's game added another W to the Tar Heels record, but what we really want to know is which team had the better tailgate and which school has the better newscast.
2, 3. Carolina Week! Woo!
With Carolina hosting the Fighting Irish for the first time since 1975, parking lots across Chapel Hill were home to cookouts, drinking games, and football fans young and old. While Notre Dame fans played cornhole, Tar Heel fans grilled out and played beer pong. So what makes these guys think their tailgate was better?
Jaeger bombs every 20 minutes. That's fundamentally what makes.
Spilling all over himself.
Look at this man, glorious.
Our tailgate's better because, one, we're not from the north. Our team's better, and our coach isn't a fat ass.
As for the winner for the best tailgate, doesn't that really come down to the winner of the game? What do you think about that theory, Erin?
Well, I think that any tailgate is going to be fun, but obviously if Carolina's winning, then we have the better one.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Things are looking great for football here, but it's a different story at the high school level.
High school football in Chapel Hill is taking a hit. Find out why students aren't stepping foot on the gridiron.
Yeah. Hi, could I get a number 2 with a lemonade, please?
Could you make that a number 5 and make it a chocolate shake?
Number 5 with a chocolate shake. What are you doing?
I'm ordering for you.
No, actually, I'd like a number 2
with a chocolate shake.
With a lemonade, actually. Sir, could you please stop that?
I just wanted to order a number 5 with a chocolate shake.
I'd really like you
All
to
right,
stop
lady.
that. I'd like you to stop it.
No.
Is bad air quality ruining your day? Check the Outdoor Air Quality Index before leaving home to avoid the aggravations of smog. For more information about asthma and air quality, check online or call your local health department.
Take a pop quiz with me. In what film did I feel a need for speed? What was my call sign? Who did I sit behind in the F-14? Oh, and one more question. Who does your kid sit behind in homeroom?
Know what really matters. Know about your kid's school and know about your kid. Find out 100 ways to know more, do more.
5-1 on the season and ranked number 18 in the country. Who would have thought the football team would be this good this soon? And the latest victory came against one of the most storied programs in the nation. Sarah Moore has the highlights.
Notre Dame got right down to business. Jimmy Clausen found Golden Tate in the end zone. Carolina is down 7-0. Brandon Tate got hurt early in the game, hurting UNC's offensive game. The Fighting Irish followed up with a field goal and a touchdown. All the boys in blue could squeak out were 3 field goals. At the half, Carolina was down 17-9. It looked like it would take Superman, or Carolina Man, for UNC to get back in the game. But after the half, the Heels came back ready to play. Quan Sturdivant intercepts Clausen's pass and runs it 32 yards for the touchdown. Notre Dame 17, UNC 16. After another Notre Dame touchdown, Ryan Houston tries for the TD. But after they reviewed the play, officials decided his knee was down before the ball crossed the plane. But Houston wasn't going to have it, and he did it again. This time, even the refs couldn't argue. Carolina tried for the 2-point conversion, but no luck. Notre Dame still leads 24-22. Finally, Cam Sexton runs the ball in, and for the first time in the game, UNC leads. The Heels fought to hold the lead despite 2 excruciating reviews by the officials.
It's determined that there was a fumble on the previous play.
Carolina takes down Notre Dame 29-24, making the Heels 5-1 on the season. After such a great victory, some fans think Butch is a contender in the next election. In Chapel Hill, I'm Sarah Moore, Carolina Week Sports.
A few weeks ago, it was their quarterback. Now Tar Heel fans see their senior wide receiver and return man in a similar position. Brandon Tate injured his right knee during the first quarter of the Notre Dame game. An MRI on Sunday night confirmed that Tate had torn both his ACL and MCL, ending his last season in a Carolina uniform. Tate started the season by breaking UNC's record for all-purpose yards in a game, and he'll end his career as the NCAA's all-time leader in combined kick return yards. Although his season is over, the senior reminds his teammates that their season is far from done.
Yeah, the teammates more upset, but I told them I'll be all right. Y'all don't worry about me. Y'all still got business to take care of. You know, we still got a long season ahead of us. So just look at this as a minor setback, and everybody just still focus in on what's the big goal in mind.
While the Tar Heels are making strides on the football field, the area's high schools are losing players. Carolina Week's Jason Kahn is at East Chapel Hill High to tell us why students are shying away from football.
Erin, at a school of more than 1,500, this team just barely met the minimum player requirement. These guys didn't even know if they were going to have a quarterback. In Malcolm Huntington Meath's junior year, he considered playing football again.
I mean, my senior year is always, it's my last chance to play, and it'll be the last chance I have to play football. So, I mean, I'd probably regret it if I didn't.
The East Chapel Hill baseball player turned starting quarterback hadn't touched a football in 2 years. Huntington Meath had no experience at the varsity level, but Coach Darian Harris, managing an already small roster, needed someone to fill the void.
We can't control right now kids not coming out. We can do some things in the offseason, but right now, we got 25 players, or how many we have, we're going to roll with those 25 players.
Chapel Hill coach Isaac Marsh finds himself in the same bind with his junior varsity team.
The main key is letting the younger players know that they're not too small when they enter high school in order to play football.
The future of Chapel Hill football all starts here.
When a kid comes to their mom and they say they don't want to play football anymore, sure, son, we can go play soccer.
Both coaches see their programs improving despite this unusual situation.
You're going to get stronger, you're going to get faster, but right now, mentally, we're not where a successful football program should be.
It all depends on what you're doing in order to get players to come out and participate. Winning always helps.
Even though Huntington Meath's parents worry about their son getting injured, that won't stop him from enjoying the game.
It's not as big of a football atmosphere as I'd say most towns are. Like, they're not stressed in football. It's not like, oh, the whole town's going to the game Friday night. It's just not as important to people around here than it is to most.
Players are concerned about injuries and extracurricular restraints. Harris knows he has work to do to improve the state of the football program. Erin?
Jason Kahn reporting from East Chapel Hill High. Thanks, Jason. The women's soccer team faced a tough challenge on Sunday, taking on Virginia Tech, which was coming off of an upset of Virginia. The band had the crowd in a frenzy early, and the Heels followed suit as senior Yael Averbush got this scoring started with this goal off of a Virginia Tech defender. Averbush then showed the Heels how to bend it like Averbush with this shot past the Hokie goalie, which gave the Heels a 2-0 halftime lead. The second half was more of the same for the Heels as this corner kick from Averbush sets up a Tobin Heath header goal. Final score, Heels 4, Hokie 0. Averbush is working with coach Anson Dorrance to tempering her powerful kicks.
My natural instinct there was just to blast it as hard as I could, but Anson worked with us a lot on bending the ball and keeping it on the frame of the goal and really focusing on that. So as it came to me, I was thinking, oh, I want to blast it so bad.
Carolina's baseball team might be displaced, but the Heels have still a home at Carey's USA Baseball Complex, where they recently started their fall season. More than 30 scouts and media piled into the complex for UNC's annual Fall Scout Day. The teams took batting practice, did interviews, and divided up into 2 teams for a scrimmage. Right-hander Alex White faced off on the mound against Adam Warren, before a few other Heels hurlers got the call. Sophomore outfielder Logan Munson hit this bomb out of the park for the first home run of the season. Hold on, let's see that again. That ball's over the wall and into the hedges. The team wrapped up the scrimmage after 7 innings and headed back to the Hill. The Heels have their Fall World Series November 3rd through 5th in Cary.
Okay, so I'm probably revealing a lot of ignorance, and there's a reason why I'm not sitting in the sports desk and I'm over here, but don't we play baseball in the spring?
Well, we do play baseball in the spring, but because of NCAA baseball regulations, you can't practice with more than 4 players until the fall.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Many college students don't ever turn over until about 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
But we'll show you something that might make you want to head to Durham soon after the sun rises this weekend.
One of the most peaceful places on campus is the Forest Theater. Many great plays are held in this place of serenity. But my favorite times are when nothing at all is going on, and the colorful canopy of leaves overhead shelters you from the cares of the world. No one knows the real Carolina like a student.
If you have a story idea, contact Carolina Week at 843-8292. You can also visit us online at carolinaweek.org. If you have questions about this program, write Carolina Week at Campus Box 3365, UNCCH, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 27599.
So, what's your idea of a nice Saturday morning breakfast?
Cupcakes, anyone? Come with me for a visit to Daisy Cakes, a new cupcake stand in downtown Durham. Just down the road from the Durham Farmers Market sits a silver Airstream trailer, home of arguably the best cupcakes in town. Well, Mark Dessauer thinks they're good.
They're really fresh, really tasty. It's not like anything you find in any stores. So, and the coffee's very good too. That's key. Saturday morning, kids wake up early, you need good coffee.
Daisy Cakes isn't open during the week because owner Tanya Katolos is a pastry chef at the Washington Duke Inn. Daisy Cakes is open on Saturday mornings only, and you'd better get there early before they're all gone.
I think the fact that we're open one day a week is a nice special treat. People can look forward to it the whole week.
Lots of people get up each Saturday morning to sink their teeth into one of these tasty treats. And I can see why. I guess the kids aren't the only ones with evidence of indulgence on their faces. Take just one bite of one of these delightfully delectable desserts and you'll quickly develop a weakness for the sugary goodness. Okay, maybe that's just me, but what's Dessauer's favorite part?
The journey, and this is the reward. So we bike about 3 miles to get here, and it's just a nice way to start off Saturday morning.
So perhaps it's okay to eat cupcakes for breakfast when you bike 3 miles to get them. Many people come to Daisy Cakes on a regular basis, and Katolos enjoys getting to know them.
I do production all week, and I love that, and but mainly it's fine dining. But this aspect of actually seeing the customer and getting feedback is the most fun part.
Well, my feedback is that those are some super yummy cupcakes.
Cupcakes!
And one reason I'm willing to get up early on a Saturday morning. That does it for this edition of Carolina Week.
Thanks for watching. Good night.